We're live. What's good, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Modern Lovers. This is episode 27. I'm Lance Jones.
I'm Keedy.
It's Tamia.
It's Charleston.
What's good with it, Keegan?
What's going on? It's Keegan, y'all. What's down?
Hey, this video is not sponsored, but if you want to be a sponsor, just shoot us an email.
Hit the link in our bio.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But hope y'all are doing great. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good. Sun is shining. Clouds are out. Y'all see this beautiful weather we're having?
Yeah, nice and green. Yeah.
How you doing, Keegan? How's Idaho right now?
Is it potato season still?
The same as it always is. Nah, see, bro.
It is potato
That was
season,
episode,
actually.
bro. You know this.
That's why I asked,
It's
because I didn't know if it was
definitely
still
potato season,
or not.
and I know it's
I don't even know what potato season is.
Man, all them potatoes
okay.
falling off the back of the truck.
I
I don't know what sugarcane season is. I just see all the trucks start
Glad
rolling
hope.
out.
It is
Oh, I
now-
hate
It is
that.
sugarcane season right now.
Yes.
They
It's
are-
about to get
We gonna
real
smell
bad.
all the
It's about to
burnt
stink,
sugar.
and it's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
That part, you gonna be walking to class, it's just gonna be ash falling on you.
Right.
Ash falling on you. It's crazy.
Just don't wear white.
Don't
It's
wait.
crazy. But man, we are back. Happy to be back. We rolling the content out to y'all. We giving y'all everything y'all need. Charleston, what you telling people?
If you ain't loving, you losing.
Hey, it's best said on Modern Lovers. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. For y'all older folks out there, Facebook. Really, I don't know. Young people taking over Facebook now, so.
Yeah, I might have to hop on now. Because
yeah.
before I used to think it was for old people.
Nah, Facebook.
I just be-
Hey, Facebook be jumping now. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
They be
it
funny.
It's funny, especially if you get in like your city group chats and stuff like that. It's just hilarious. They be talking about all type of random stuff. Yeah,
That part.
talk about all type of
They be
random
talking
stuff.
about the Dairy Queen around the corner.
Yeah, everything like whatever it is, they just gonna
The
talk
neighbor's
about
house on such and such address, they're just crazy. It's
it.
like,
Crazy. They
It's a
was
new
talking
car
about
every day. Mind your business.
it.
right.
That's crazy. But look, we doing content reviews right now. That's a big thing that's driving our audience. So we hope y'all enjoyed our last episode. Discussing the 70-30 or 50-50 if it is what it really is, and then the accountability on the women's side. We know men take a lot of accountability, so it's okay, fellas. We got y'all. But we got some good things in store for y'all. Maybe like in a couple coming weeks, maybe like a little bit over a month, we'll have our first live episode. So that'll be here. Well, there'll be more details to come for that soon. But more than likely, it'll be free. You know what I'm saying? So we'd love for y'all to come out to it. If you're in the area, it'll be something good for y'all to come and check out. It'll be live on a real stage and everything with all the happenings and everything going on.
How do we scope the scenery? Scope
Come
the
check us
scenery.
out live in person, take some pictures and stuff like that, and just be a part of our journey. The growth that we have is just phenomenal. We appreciate it that y'all doing. We've crossed over the 200 subscriber mark. So we rode to 500 for monetization, and really just building a channel. So we appreciate everything that y'all doing. So keep doing that. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, and as long as y'all rocking with us, we rocking with y'all. And
We
this is
rocking
Modern
with y'all.
Lovers. So let's get into this content. You ready?
Women not teaching their daughters to be wives,
No. Guess what we're teaching them?
to be independent.
And unfortunately, that's exactly what I'm teaching my child.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That shit gotta change.
I know.
Like that shit
They are supposed to be taught to be wise.
And this
They're
ain't-
supposed to be to the right. Like you can't just
for sure. But
Yeah.
no, but see that shit come after. Like she gonna know. She gonna have discernment now. Like, okay, like you teaching her that. Like, hey, that's a red flag. Fuck no.
Right.
He already
Okay,
showing you that.
okay.
And,
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying.
and
If
that's fine to teach them to bring them up as wanting to be wives and teach them how to be wise. Because I was watching this show and this guy was like, "What did your parents always teach you?" She's like, "To be independent."
Yeah.
And it's exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, damn, like I want us as a race to do better. That's all I'm saying. I want us as a race to do better. That's all I'm saying.
Keegan.
You doing, Keegan?
I just finished the video. We ain't give me no time.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry about that, brother.
nah, but what he was saying was low-key facts. Like that's kind of why I like a lot of stuff now. Like relationships be kind of rough. It's because nowadays they getting taught, especially with women, they getting taught, like, hey, you gotta make sure you right. Make sure you take care of you. Like it's not about, hey, if you find the right man, you know what I'm saying. If you want to keep your man, you want to, you know what I'm saying, well, husband, because they're talking about wives, teaching, about teaching to be wives. It's if you find your husband, the one's gonna be your husband. You know how you make sure how you retain him. You know what I'm saying. How you keep your relationship long standing. And it's like, I mean, teaching your daughter to be independent is cool, but like, you see a lot of women now being in their 30s, 40s, they be successful, but they don't be happy. They be like, man, I wish I would have found the right man, because it's cool, even men. Once you find success, after a while, you like, it get lonely. Like, that's just, humans are interactive creatures. We like to have relationships, or like, even if it's not like sexual or love, we just like to interact with other people. So once you get where you want to get in life, you're like, man, you know, I wish I would have got married or like found somebody and started a family, stuff like that. Like, cause like starting a family stuff, that's like that kind of like after a while, like you said, once you reach like 34, well not 34, but like 40, 50, and you're like you got where you want to in life, you looking for the next phase of your life, and like a lot of times the next phase of your life is you passing on all the stuff you know to somebody else, and 9 times out of 10 that's your children. So
Yeah, that's true. I like how you hit on that. But I think that a lot of it's easier for us to touch on like how what women don't do and like what they're not taught. But like at the same time, men aren't doing like the men don't have good examples out there either. Like a lot of guys that are growing up now don't have father figures in their life. So I don't know, I honestly cannot say what they're being taught. Like I don't know what they're being taught because
let me interject. Let me interject right here, then, you know, because I know y'all two. So I read about single mother. My daddy in my life. Okay, he not gone. He just in jail, but he's out here in my life. Okay, so let's clear that up. But a lot like for me, like a lot of stuff my mom was trying to teach me is about like looking out for women. You know what I'm saying? That come with two. I grew up with sisters, so like you know what I'm saying. I'll be one to look out for women and make sure they taken care of. But I also had to discern, like he said in the video, discern which women have their red flags and how they do. So it's like a lot of us that be raised by like women, like we know how women are and like what type of tendencies they have, especially depending on what type of woman you raised around too. A lot of these mothers, a lot of them be toxic. A lot of them be like they be having stuff built up and they pass it on to their son. That create more trauma. But like a lot of us, we was raised by good mothers. We still got a little trauma, you know what I'm saying? But we grew out of it and understood like she didn't have, my mama didn't have everything figured out. Like Tupac said, it's a woman trying to raise a man. Like,
yeah,
that's hard. A woman don't know exactly how a man's supposed to be. They just kind of know examples, or like they don't have, you know what I'm saying. They don't have stuff their daddy taught to them. A daddy teaches a daughter and a son different. So it's stuff like that. But like after a while, you start to figure out stuff. You start to figure out tendencies and like you see your mama do this. So I'm like, okay, my mama do this and this, right? And you know how you feel when she do certain stuff. It's like, you know what I'm saying, like, so then you grow up and realize, okay, I seen my mom do this and this, and I know how that made me feel, and I understand like how that affect like children, like how that affect children and stuff like that. So you kind of figure out through experiences with your mom, basically. That's pretty much how it go. She's teaching some good stuff, but some stuff you like, okay, you know, she's seeing it from the perspective of a woman. I'm seeing it from the perspective of a man.
Right.
So you kind of just have to filter it through. That's basically what you're doing. You're filtering, and like a lot of times you find it like from somebody outside of your family. So you know, some people it be their football coaches. They learn stuff from the football coaches, or like uncles. Like for me, I learned a good amount of stuff from my brothers and my uncle. So it's like, well, not my brother, it's my one brother, my older brother. I got multiple, but one specific one. I gotta give him the credit. But like that's basically how it is. It's like you filtering out. Like you learn stuff from your mama. You gotta filter through that, and then you kind of have some type of father figure. Every dude got a father figure, even if they don't want to admit it. Like
Right.
they have one man in their life that try to tell them the right way and try to teach them the right stuff. That's just how men are. Like especially older men. They wanna pass on to the younger men so they could be better. So that's basically how it is. You just filtering and figuring out. You basically figuring out on your own a little bit, but you get there eventually.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, I definitely agree with that, and I guess my route on looking at it is like not saying like what they're taught when you don't have a father figure, like right there in the household with you every single day, but more so from the standpoint of men now, they're not taught to be fathers or to be like real family men. It's kind of like you just growing up with you taking pieces from different places and you just kind of like putting it together on your own, making your own. You come to like your own conclusions and you're kind of like they're experiencing life on their own without the direction of a father. And I will say that like having a dad in the house, whether they're like 100% vested into what you have going on or just there in general, it definitely plays a part in the way that you grow up. Just by being able to see the things see the way a man speaks to other men or speaks to a woman, it speaks to your mom, like in the household and things like that, and just interactions with other people and just in general, and how those interactions go on. You learn so much and you gain the knowledge from it. But I think for me, like really, like people always can say like women aren't taught to do X, Y, and Z, whatever. But there are men who just don't even care to learn this stuff sometimes. Like, I mean, it's simple. I mean, there's simple skills that you have is like to know how to be a father and how to just be a husband in general too, or even a boyfriend. Like, there's some people who go out in the world who like they say they want to be in a relationship, but they don't really want to be in a relationship. They just kind of, it's convenient enough right now, but you in a relationship, but you with Susie on the next day, just because like you feel like you don't know, you don't feel like your relationship is 100%. So you're like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna just go experience with somebody else, and hopefully that's a little bit better. But you're not being 100% with that person that you're with, whether they're good or bad for you, whatever the case is. You're not being 100% locked in and focused on what you have going on and trying to perfect that situation. You're more so looking for different routes and avenues out of that situation to fulfill whatever you're looking for.
So do you feel like that's like, okay, so like I realize like a lot of men, they feel like money are the solution to every problem in the world. So do you feel like that's where that drive for that hunger for money, that like we were saying last episode, that men just throw their money at women and they feel like that's how it's gonna win them?
Yeah.
So you feel like money is that drive? I don't know.
Money. I think money. In every relationship, you want to have financial security, financial stability, to be able to have a family and to provide, right? Because the man's first thing is provide. Like you're a provider first. Which is kind of like a bad thing that you provide first. And provide normally is thought of as financial, not necessarily as like mental. Love or mental, like emotional support. So a lot of things from a man's standpoint is seen as like, if a man's standpoint is seen like, okay, if I put enough money into this situation, it could all eventually work out. Mm-hmm. There's enough bags that's being bought, there's enough shoes that's being bought, there's enough hair getting done. Eventually,
everybody's gonna be happy. It's gonna be good.
Somebody's gonna be happy eventually, but that's not the case. Like now, it's more emotional, physical that you need to bring everything full circle.
Right, you need to be present.
Yeah, you gotta be there, and I think that when you don't have some type of father figure in your life, you miss those things, because even like the worst dad out there that live with their mom or dad, there's small things that a son will be able to pick up on and say like, yeah, I remember my dad, he brought my mom some McDonald's fries, but they had argued all day long, whatever, but he bought the McDonald's fries. Still, so that means the dad was listening to something,
right? Or
remember what kind of cold drinks he liked, or whatever the case was, to remember to pick up on that thing, to handle it. And I think sometimes I feel like the light bulb is too much on what women do wrong, but not where was the man to shape this woman?
Yeah. So to piggyback off that, I feel like kind of like what you said, everything starts in your childhood and how you're raised. Yeah. Like if you're raised in a 2-parent household, you see both of your parents love and respect each other. You see a good example of what a father and the man of the house that leads looks like, and you see what your mom does for him and how she supports him. And like as a man, you see that and it's like, okay, I'm gonna build myself up to where I can be like that one day. not everyone has that father figure in their life to be like, well, I don't see that example. And then the music we listen to, the things we see on TV, and your friends, and you know, all the other men in your life, some of them are good examples and some aren't. So like, if a dude, you know, Future music cool, but when you listening to the things he's saying, and some other rappers, they dogging women out, and they just throwing their money at women. So it's like, you hear that and you do that, and you get stuck in that cycle of doing that, and then you can't wonder why, you know, you can't find a good woman, or like things just don't work out for you.
That's true.
And to circle back, because I agree with what you say, Charles. I agree with all y'all say, but like to circle back to what the video was saying of how women are raised to be independent. Well, everything starts with, like, everything has an origin. So like going back in a time where, you know, it was the family, the dad, mom, 4 kids, like that was the picture painted. The dad worked, the mom stayed at home, took care of the kids, you know. And as the world began to revolutionize, you know, new technology started coming out, society started changing socially with like social media, yada yada, like a lot of different artists start coming out, like start talking about a whole lot more material things. And then, you know, there's men that are now like starting to leave homes because everything is pride driven, like from the spectrum of I want to be Miss Independent, nobody else can help me, to the last episode where I'm dependent on him working 70 hours a week to provide for me. Like everything is pride driven. On this side, Miss Independent is I can do it on my own, nobody can help me. On this side is I'm worth everything that he got going on, so I need it anyways. But like the little girl who grew up to have a man that left her wants to now teach her girls, I'm not gonna let another man do that to y'all because these are my girls, I don't want this to happen. So you need to grow up to be independent, be strong, like you got it on your own. You don't need no man to help you do this because this is how men are, because that's how she grew up. Right. Whereas there are, like, they have the good men out there, but with the way, like you said, like the music that you listen to, like even the women's music, you know, like I don't need no man, I got this, you know, on my own. And then the men, I don't need no B's and H's and all of that other stuff, and like, you know, just really dogging women out, and the women dogging men out, and like people really listen to that, and like they have, you know, those spirits in the music, like people listen to all that, and like that gets into you, and that's just how you start thinking, because I mean it's into you now, and
it's all in the power of your tongue.
Yeah,
right? Like
it is.
Like society has made relationships and love is like, how can I use this person to get what I want? We kind of talked about that on the last episode. Yeah. Like, instead of it being contributing and growing, it's like, what can I get from this person?
What can you give me?
How can I leverage myself so I can have the upper hand and get what I want?
Exactly.
It's not about putting the other person first anymore.
Yeah, it's
like,
about me.
Yeah.
Instead of us.
Yeah, that part. Well, let me just.
Hey.
The key point for me for that video, like I feel like what stuck out for me was what she was saying, like she's teaching her daughter the independence, and it could just be because she's a single woman and all she knows is independence right now, versus like she was saying, if you are in a relationship with a man, you can still teach your daughter to be independent. They both can coexist. You can teach your daughter to be independent, and you can teach her to be a wife, because she's seeing you be a wife. She's seeing you take care of your husband, take care of the family, take care of the house. So she knows how to be a wife, and she knows how to, you know, stick on her own if she does not have somebody else with her.
Right. There's a happy medium somewhere. I mean, it might be a little difficult to find, but you can be independent and on your own working and still have those wife qualities.
Right, those characteristics.
While you're by yourself.
You just aren't with somebody right now, so you have to be independent. Nobody wants to be in a fight or flight mode their whole life. They want to enjoy life and spend time with somebody else. Like he was saying, we are, what he said, we are creatures of a pair. Let's say that.
Yeah, I feel like the best thing for like both men and women is to like grow up and develop yourself to where you can have your own thing going on, but you still have the ability to, like, when you're ready, you can cohabit with someone and like have a relationship without having to use or leverage this or that over them. Cause like, it's kind of like what you said, right? Like as a woman, well, I ain't gonna say as a woman, I'm not a woman, but like a woman, like she could be raised to have her own, but also like, you know, have, I wouldn't say like depend fully, but like be like, I can rely on my husband.
That's when we're ready to let them take that lead.
Right, or as a man, like you develop yourself into a leader and you have the qualities of being a good father. So once you get the opportunity, then you can be like a good father and a good husband.
That part.
It's all heat. I'm just over here going through the comments, thinking about, just looking at the things and saying, like, the things like, do fathers teach their sons how to be husbands? Teach your son how to be a husband, material, provider, protect and to respect women. People are so obsessed with relationships. It's weird. I want my daughter to be a good person and love herself. Being a wife shouldn't be the only goal for little girls.
That is true. A lot of people feel like it's strange when you don't want a relationship or you don't want kids, because that's all a lot of women are taught to want in their life. They're taught to want to produce more offspring and produce for this man, because he don't want you unless you're able to give him kids. He don't want you unless you're ready to do this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's true.
I got an unpopular opinion. Like, I feel like everybody ain't meant to be like a husband or a wife or even a parent.
That part, everybody is not.
Because, like, you got to think, right? In America, at least, like, anybody can have a kid. And we all know people who shouldn't be having kids. Like, they not right.
Be the ones with the main most.
They can barely take care of themselves. Broke. Like, they don't have it going on, but then they still land with somebody and ended up having a child. So now they have to raise that child in the same thing.
I don't fault just that person though.
Right.
Because I mean, it takes two people to make a kid.
Exactly.
So like, if I get with somebody that I know is not material for a kid, but I choose to have sex with them and lay down with them, like, it's 50-50 now.
Yeah,
like, it's my fault as
playing
much
with your
as it's their
games.
fault.
Yeah,
if not being more so my fault, because I knew this person was crazy.
Right. You knew and you did it anyway, so
Exactly.
you took that bet, and the bet didn't work in
Exactly.
your favor. So now you stuck with a child, or you paying child support for 18 years.
And I think people don't, like, I don't know, and now, like, when we were younger, we used to talk about, like, what do you want to be when you grow up and stuff like that. I saw a video come across my phone that this little kid was like, I'm trying to think exactly what he said. I think he said he wants to be, oh man, it might have been a girl, but she said, like, she wanted to be a stripper when she grew up and stuff like that. The exposure that people and, like, parents have to do a way better job of this, like, and the exposure that your kids are having right now between the ages of 4 to 12, some of the stuff that they looking at they shouldn't even be able to see that.
You should monitor that for a fact.
Like, I don't know, like, when I was younger, there was like certain channels on TV that I couldn't even watch. Like,
I couldn't even watch Teen Nick. She was not playing that.
like my mom, like like there was certain stuff that she was like, nah, like, you ain't watching.
Yeah, that's
Family
too rough for
Guy.
you.
Like,
you can't watch
if
that
I
right
put
now.
a song on with cursing and my mom had like razor ears, like she could hear everything. Like,
Right.
I had a song on where she heard like they might have said like shit or something like that. She took my phone for a week. Like, it was over with.
Oh no, my mom. So like, I don't remember this song. I know it. It's like it was a sexual song. Oh, The Neighbors Know My Name. We used to love that song. Used to stay playing it. One day, my mama, broke the song down to us. Explained. We're like 10, 11 at this time.
Right. Yeah.
Mama breaks the song down. It's like, y'all, they talking about sex. They're talking about this. They're talking about that. We didn't want to play no more because to us, sex isn't something we're thinking about. That's nasty to us as a child. So we're like, oh, this is what we're talking about. So basically what I'm saying, talk to your kids. Tell them what it is. That's the best way to express and expose them in a healthy way to these situations and these things.
And restrictions are okay, like, at early age. I mean, they're kids. Like,
That's what
Like,
you're here for,
yeah,
to
that's the
guide them
problem.
in the
Like,
right
that's
way.
another problem.
the Federal Communications Commission put things like our videos can't go to kids. Like, if they have a kid account,
it's not on YouTube Kids.
Exactly, it's not on. This won't be on YouTube Kids simply because it's not like we sometimes use foul language. Sometimes we're talking about things that kids shouldn't really be hearing at from between 4 to 12 or whatever. Like, kids, you have to allow kids to be kids. And now I feel like a lot of times y'all have kids playing like teenage roles.
Right.
They
You
let
got a
the kids make the
12-year-old
decisions
watching a
now.
4-year-old.
Dude, I
That
seen a
part.
video.
Babysitter.
I seen a video of like a girl. She like 5-6 years old. Get ready with me on the first day of school.
Exactly.
You get
Why
up
you
at
got
5
your phone?
Girl got up at 5 in the morning, set up her phone, and like doing makeup, and it's like that's like what women do in the morning before they go to work.
man.
Like, be a kid.
Be a kid. And I think, kids just aren't kids anymore. Like,
No.
my nephew, he slept by me one time, and the amount of stuff I heard just like him watching, I'm like, man, like,
Why do you
if
have
I
a phone?
like, how is this even okay? Like,
Right.
Cause my mom wouldn't play that shit. Like, you got no.
Like, bro, when I was younger, all I cared about was wrestling and baseball.
Goddamn Beyblades.
Really, man,
Beyblades
that's a
used to
good day.
eat.
Let it rip, boy.
Let it rip playing with Beyblades. It was
Used to be all on the bus with
outside.
the whole little tunnel thing.
Everything on the bus,
Right.
like, you know, getting things
They
taken.
clashing
at
and
school.
banging.
Yeah, like, it wasn't about like who had
Who had the most
TikTok
followers.
and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I know kids that's in middle school who got more, like, almost damn the same amount of TikTok followers that I got on my own page. Like,
And they gonna drag. They'll be like, I got more
Right.
likes than you. Me and my brother be going back and forth for that. You 13.
I don't know. It's just changed so much. I think that, like, parents, you know, y'all watching this stuff, there should be some type of restriction on your kids' phone. And I'm not saying that to, like, take them away from the world, but this world is not for them. Like,
That part.
Right.
They are being taken away from the world if they in their phone all day. They
Right.
like
Society
you looking at a
making that.
screen. That's not the world.
No, it's
that's
not.
a screen.
Go outside.
Let's go to the park. Let's go
Yeah.
Like
do
Go
go
run
touch
something.
the
outside.
grass. Like
That
that's
part.
the world. Yeah.
I
And
think-
y'all need to be more involved in your child's
Yeah.
life. Don't just hand them the phone and let them go
Right.
do what they do. Hand them the
But
tablet.
that's what they used to like.
To
your,
keep
your
them
kid, your
occupied or
kid
something.
make a bunch
Right.
of noise, give them the tablet, now they quiet. So you just gonna keep
And
resorting
that's
to
the
that.
thing. Like, okay, if you know that you don't have time, don't have a kid.
That part.
Right.
If you know you do not have time, do not have a kid. And simply because, like, you don't just give your kid a phone to play because you don't want to be bothered or you're doing too much other stuff. When the baby is a baby or a kid is a kid, you as a parent you play with your kid. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you do.
They
Yeah.
literally
Involved,
like they
that's
solely depend
communication
on them
skills.
Like,
You're
what
teaching
until you
them.
get older.
Yeah, like whether you playing with them on the game system or whatever like that, like that doesn't matter. My mom ain't even let me get Grand Theft Auto until like we got
bro,
in high school.
literally, bro. Like,
My mom was like, no, and the only reason we got it is because we convinced my daddy to get it.
I'm like, Mom, it's just a game. She like, I don't care.
No,
They doing
yeah,
X, Y, Z,
exactly.
and I don't want you to go out there thinking you could do that like the
Yeah.
As you
game.
should. Restrictions.
And it had a rating on it. Like, I don't even know if do they still put ratings on games?
Yeah,
now?
because I know whenever you used to go in the store, the cashier or whatever, like, if
Oh,
you look
ask you
young,
how old
they'll
you
be
are.
like,
Yeah.
they'll be like, it's M-rated, it's this.
Mature, yeah,
And
mature,
as soon as your mom hear
mature.
that, you ain't getting
And
that.
mature was 17 plus.
Right.
Okay, so like, I mean, what 12-year-olds should be playing GTA?
Right, I tried to ask my mom for Saints Row. The man,
Come on.
yeah, that's
Oh,
even
Red
that's
Dead-
just as words.
Red Dead Redemption. Come
That's
on,
just
man.
as words, and the dude reading off all the stuff,
Exactly.
violence, sexual this, sexual that. She like, you ain't
No,
playing that. It's
yeah,
like,
my
wow.
dad, we went there with my mom. Oh, hell no. My dad, he was like, well, you know, but we went to high school, so it was like, it was
Yeah,
okay,
like
whatever.
yeah, you older now.
But before, we didn't even really have no game system. We didn't get no game system until like freshman year of high school.
I can only play like
We had a
sports
Wii.
games.
That's
That's
all
it.
we
Yeah, I'm about to say we had a
We had a
Wii.
Wii too.
Love
We
that
had a
little
Wii, and
Wii.
like, you know, okay, I know they got most stuff that's coming out and stuff like that. That's cool.
But this one we first came
Yeah,
out.
this when we first came out. Like, this is cool. Like, if your kid got a PS5, whatever, or whatever they, whatever system. But the game, they shouldn't be playing games that's not ready for them. And that's just like a safety thing. Like, why would you want your kid to know how breasts look just from off of GTA? And if you're stupid, you would think that they just gonna see it on the game. They're not gonna search it up.
Shit.
Any smart
Be
person,
for real.
Shit.
when
That's
kids
just-
are going through school, they're gonna look this up. Like, oh, what do they do at a strip club?
and if they don't look it up, they go hear it from their friend.
Exactly.
Somebody gonna talk about
Somebody knows already because they got an older brother or
Who already-
doing it. So it just that you wonder why your kids be so fascinated or they getting put out of school for doing bad stuff is because y'all ain't paying attention to them. You got your kid in there like it was no phone, like everything was off at like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
it. Who? I didn't even have a phone at one point. She just had me with a little iPod Touch. That's the only way I was able to listen to my music. I used to go down the street with my grandma if I need to talk to somebody.
I had to use the house phone.
The house
Call my
phone.
cousins.
People
I'd be like,
was
hey,
calling the house phone.
I'm calling the
That
house phone,
part.
man. Come outside. Let's play
Yeah, they call the
basketball.
house phone, exactly. Or you walking door to door knocking.
Knocking, cause
Can
Hey,
Michael
man.
come outside today?
Yeah, 1
nah,
hour.
he's punished
When the
hour,
today.
lights come
exactly.
on, he better be back in the house.
Exactly. It's
That
cool.
part.
Street lights come on, you need to be in the house. Like but I don't even think they go outside no more.
No.
Nah, they don't care for
And
it.
if they are outside, they don't.
All sitting in a group, just
They
texting,
all
typing,
group texting. Like we used to be outside fighting each other.
Kickball. ball.
playing ball.
Man.
Right.
Football, basketball.
We used to play colors.
Football. Everything that there was to do when we was outside, we were running the neighborhood.
I don't even know if kids know how to ride bikes anymore.
Oh, ripstick.
Bikes, bust
The
my ass on
wriststick used to
Oh,
eat.
the
I stole
ripstick.
my cousin's.
People don't
They
even
can't
know
jack me
y'all.
back.
See,
I got that shit used to piss me off though. It was fun though.
trying to learn the new stuff. Like
Yeah.
it would be somebody on the street that would get the stuff first.
And then you ask your
And
mom
then
for
let me
it.
I
borrow
wanted
that.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it
My
on
mama,
Christmas.
I had to try to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like my friend Michael, he got the ripstick first, and I'm like, "Mom, I want a ripstick." So we went to Academy, maybe like a couple months later, because you got to keep asking. You had to keep
Yeah,
asking.
because that first time you asked,
know
it's just
were
you talking
serious.
about
You
it.
just-
Yeah.
you just talking about it. You keep asking about it. It's like, okay, we get the ripsticks. Now we get the ripstick. Then they get another thing that come out. Man, I want a wide flicker now. So now, you know what that is?
No, I don't know what
No.
I think it
It's
is.
this little scooter, but it's
Oh.
like wide. And you had to
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then they made the one with the bike you could sit down on
You
it.
can sit down on it.
Then we was on the motorized
My wife-
scooters.
Motorized
Then
scooter
My
with
wife
the
first
razor
started
scooter,
skateboard. I said, "Ma, I want to skateboard." You being serious? Yeah, I want to skateboard like such and
But that
such.
skateboard sat under the coat, but I never.
Nah,
Ooh, we was skating. We had skateboards and
I used
skates.
I had the
this.
skates.
I started
Skateboard.
busting my ass and scraping my knee. Then I stopped.
Oh, yeah.
I
That-
learned my
that
lesson.
make you mad?
Yeah, I wasn't Tony Hawk.
We used to be real.
Who?
We used to
We
be
used to be-
building ramps out there and everything.
that part.
A piece of plywood and recycling.
Right.
My cousin
Right
loves
out
skating.
there. Oh man,
Trying to do tricks and shit, man.
that's what kids should really be doing. So like, man, we were talking about something totally different, but this is just full. Everything comes full circle. So like, yeah, man, yeah, it's the childhood. Like, I mean, I don't know. Put how y'all childhood was, y'all. What y'all was doing? I don't know. I mean, I don't know how old all y'all are, but maybe like if you was born in the '90s, I don't know what y'all was. Well, when the Freaknik was. Nobody
That
know
was
what
like
Freaknik was? I think it
from
was
the
90s,
2000, yeah, 90s to like early 2000s.
Yeah, it's like 95 to probably like 2000s, Freakniks and all that. Now, Freaknik was crazy. There's a
We
documentary
ain't on them.
about that. Yeah, there's a documentary. So if y'all haven't seen the Freaknik documentary, go watch that, 'cause that's pretty interesting. But, so yeah, so childhood and just like raising y'all kids and stuff, right? We're good on that. Y'all go to the next one?
Yeah.
All right. Next one.
Mouth. I am a little sassy, but I have the right to be. Look at the material. I just don't like a man that likes to go back and forth. Like a little bit, you're a man, I'm supposed to shut the fuck up a little bit. But it's like, why are we going back and forth, I just want to win the argument.
Oh, you want to let him
Just
win
want
the
to argue just to argue.
I just want to argue, go back and forth. That's sassy.
So it's sassy because of the fact of the matter is that you wrong, and I'm trying to show you that you're wrong.
It doesn't matter if I-
excuse me, I was still talking. Thank you. That's sassy. See how that shit work? You got the right nigga now. Excuse me, ma'am. It's still not your turn to talk. I am still on the mic. Like I said, nothing wrong. Women, y'all supposed to want to fuck the man that can teach you something, correct? Don't you want to fuck somebody that can show you something? Don't you want to fuck somebody that can lead you? So why the hell when I try to lead your ass in the right direction of this motherfucking topic that we talking about, you get mad because I ain't let you win the goddamn discussion? Y'all motherfuckers is backwards as goddamn crisscross clothes in the 90s. That don't make no motherfucking sense. You want to fuck with a boss ass nigga. As soon as you get the boss ass nigga, you want to treat him like the worker. You was fucking with me because I can lead you. You was fucking with me because I can teach you something. You was fucking with me for all those reasons. And then when you get me, your ass want to win the goddamn argument. No, back to the apartments with that dumb shit.
Man, that's 1,000% fact.
Yeah, I understand where you coming
Cause
from
like,
now.
bro, what you mean you don't think you wrong?
Wait,
Like,
that boy said, oh, I'm triggered.
it's like
That man
I'm
said go
telling
back
you,
to the
like
projects.
me and you
Triggered
could both
by
look up
sex.
at the sky and say it's blue, and you trying to tell me it's red. It's
actually-
like it's blue. You know what? You sassy. It's like because I told you you're wrong, and I'm trying to show you that I'm wrong. Like,
If a man is right about anything, he's sassy.
right.
If a man disagrees with what a woman says, he's sassy. If a man thinks about what he's gonna wear today, he's sassy.
Hey, fellas, I'm about to tell you
Fellas,
something.
don't plan out your outfit because
Well, no,
you
not
won't be
that.
considered selfish.
Whatever you
Sassy.
want. Don't let these women try to guilt and trip you and talk about, oh, you sassy. No, you stand on business and you stand on facts. If she wrong, tell her she wrong, and if she feels some type of way, let her be sassy to herself.
That part.
Cause me, I'm the type. Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna admit it. But if you're wrong, I'm gonna let you know. I ain't gonna rub it in your face, but I'm gonna let you know. And I ain't going back and forth with you, cause you're gonna be talking to a brick wall. I'm right. That's the end of the discussion.
What you
But
think,
that's-
Keegan? How you feel? Oh, I'm sorry, Keegan. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad, Keegan. Keegan wants to go.
Go ahead, Keegan.
Yeah, kind of like you're saying. Kind of like you're saying. See me, I ain't the argumentative type. I'ma try and help you and lead you the right way. Otherwise, I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. Like, my patience start getting bad. Probably Lance can attest to that. I got my patience get bad quick. Especially if you're saying something dumb to me. You saying something dumb? Obviously, like arguing back and forth. You're gonna say I'm real sassy because I'm gonna stop talking. I'm like, all right, bro, you got it, bro. I'm gonna get pissed off. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Look, if you want to argue, just argue. Do your thing. But like, if you want to argue to get the correct information, that's a little different. I might still try a little bit. Like, look, I'm gonna break it down. See, that's not. I'm not even gonna argue. I'm gonna be like, look, it's like this. this how it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say take it or leave it, but like it's like this, and I believe it's like this because this, and this. I'm gonna tell you my side of the argument, and I'm gonna explain why I feel that type of way with that side of the argument. After that, I'm gonna listen to your side too. I'm like, okay, this and this. And if it's, I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying, like it's wrong, but if it's incorrect, then I'm be like, it's not. It's like this. It's not the way you think it is because it is. Like I'm gonna give reasoning to why I'm opposing you. You know what I'm saying? Or why like I think your argument is wrong. Your side of the argument is wrong. Well, I ain't so incorrect. Let's use the word incorrect. I don't want to say wrong. But I'm explain. I'm gonna give a reason why I think your side is incorrect. And hopefully you be like you could challenge me a little bit. I don't mind a little bit of challenging. You know what I'm saying? So you can get a better understanding. Cause that's how it's supposed to work. If you argue, you're supposed to argue to get an understanding. That's what the argument is for. Both sides, they got two different points of view, two different perspectives, and the point of the argument is to get to the same perspective, or like get an understanding of the other perspective. So you could, yeah, just leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like an argument, like okay, so like for this situation, she's saying like anybody who argue back, I feel like you should be able to voice your opinion, argue your point, because obviously, like Keegan said, we're having a disagreement. You should be able to say how you feel without me just being like, you're wrong, goodbye. Like, yeah, that's not sassy. Sassy's like a man who be like, toodles, have a good one. That's sassy.
That's like the other side of the spectrum. That's the Rainbow Brothers right there.
That's the sassy people. That's who actually supposed to be getting called sassy, not the people who's arguing their points. That's just, like Keegan said, basic stuff. We're trying to communicate. We're trying to get past this situation.
That comes with a lot of listening also, like not just arguing to get your point across, but like asking questions to be able to understand the person, because like y'all got two different perspectives. Y'all seeing it two different ways. So like you right in your eyes, the other person right in their eyes, like just coming to an agreement and just being able to listen. Like arguing, I see it as more like a negative thing, like comes with like yelling and all of that other stuff, but like just a regular conversation, like having a communication, like asking challenging questions to like have the other person think about your point, or like just getting to understand, like nothing's wrong with that. Like I don't think that's sassy at all, but she got a problem because she's saying even if she wrong, like even if she knows she wrong, like she just want to have the last word. Right. Like that's an issue.
Yeah. And fellas,
a lot of women are like that though.
Yeah, fellas, you gotta realize like women are very like, y'all do things like emotional based. So like if y'all arguing and her emotions getting high and she start yelling at you, just take a pause break and be like, listen, when you want to be an adult and use your words and talk instead of screaming, yelling and acting like you right, then we could talk. But until then, go on your little rant and tangent and act like a child, because that's what it really is.
She gonna be like, oh, so I'm a child.
I'm about to say, at that point, she's not gonna want to talk no more. Just be like, look, I feel like this situation getting too heated. Can we come back? We can talk about this later. How your day going? Talk about something else.
Because if you can't have a normal conversation without yelling and screaming, like, you don't need to be talking.
That part.
I mean, even if you get worked up, you just take a break from the conversation and you just, you fall back.
Just like you do with any other place in life. Yeah, you can't communicate if you were angry.
Especially like yelling, like stuff like that. Yeah. Cause see, like if I'm getting yelled at, now you're trying to make it seem like I'm a child or something. And I'm like, we're not doing that. We're the same age. We're both adults, and that's what makes stuff worse. Like yelling, it's one thing. Your voice can get a little loud if you get emotional. I understand that, but I'm like, can you lower that down a little bit? You know what I'm saying? I understand you upset, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna be cordial at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, please. You know what I'm saying? You just talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta yell. Don't just start yelling. Now if I disrespected, and if I disrespected, I'm gonna be upset, and you might get disrespected back. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to have patience. You know what I'm saying? But you might get disrespected back. So it's like stuff like that. Like that's why I like tone and how you say stuff is important too. Like you can have a great side, you can have a great point, but if you don't deliver it right, it's gonna go in one ear out the other. They ain't gonna even hear your point. They're gonna hear, oh, they talking to me crazy now. Not trying to turn up. Like that type of stuff matter too. Like you gotta know you gotta know the type of people you're dealing with. Like that's key too. Like what they say, diction and all them big words, big English words. They might be complicated, but they mean something for a reason.
There's a difference between like your voice, like your tone is getting stronger and your voice is getting a little bit louder because you're passionate about the conversation versus straight yelling at somebody. Like that's a big difference. But like you should be able to tell like you should be able to control yourself. If you can't have a disagreement with somebody without getting out of control and like your emotions getting all out of whack, and then you start putting other people down, like you need to take a step back, look at yourself, and figure out what's the issue. Because a disagreement is a disagreement. Not everybody gonna agree with you because the world don't spin around you.
That part.
Like everybody has their own perspective and views on things, and like y'all are people. Like y'all are literally different. So y'all are gonna have different views. Like you're gonna disagree with somebody sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. So, but how do y'all feel about the whole sassy thing? Like about women just calling guys sassy for like no reason.
That's
I feel
stupid.
like women are calling men sassy because men are finally doing to them what they do to us all the time, every day.
I don't even think it's just that. I think like I'm reading a comment and this thing says we argue, we're sassy. We cook good, we're sassy. We are good fathers, we're sassy. We're good fathers, we're sassy. We want some peace and quiet, we're sassy. I feel like I don't know, men, and I don't feel like it's cooking it outside and stuff like that. I feel like it's more so cooking inside. But I feel like why? Like, what's wrong with being able to cook?
I think that might just be a little bit dramatic, but like
They say it though.
Nah, that's basic human things. You have to be able to cook.
How is being learning how to cook?
Sassy if you know how to cook.
No, I don't.
Sassy.
No, I just feel like
sassy.
I don't consider myself sassy.
A lot of times I see women say men are sassy when they take care of themselves really well.
Hygiene, right?
That's what I
I'd be
see.
like, how is
But then
that
again,
sassy? This man care about his appearance.
A little bit overboard.
But then,
Like
getting
taking
your nails done?
45 minutes to get ready or 45 minutes in the bathroom.
Well, his stomach might be hurting.
It's quite long.
but anyway,
45 minutes in the bathroom is quite long.
I don't like how they call that sassy. But then I can understand why, because they be dating dudes who stink. Like dude ain't shower in 3 days.
That stale man.
it's like I take a step back and I look at the whole picture and it's like, okay, I can understand why.
You're not used to this treatment.
Yeah, you're not used to like a man presenting himself, brushing his hair, brushing his beard, it smell good. You got cologne on. His clothes is clean and ironed.
Right. Some people just used to guys who just wake up and
they splash water on their
Yeah, because a lot of women do feel like men are just dirty.
They look like Shaggy, you know.
A lot of women do feel like men are just dirty. Like no matter what it is, it's just like.
Now there are a lot of men who are dirty, like who don't keep up with themselves,
like they
don't wash
just-
their hands.
right.
Like, I mean, you go to the bathroom, use the bathroom, public place. You definitely need to wash your hands in public place. Like even more so when you're at home for sure. Like, but when you go out in the public, you use the bathroom. I go in the bathroom, I see dudes like, I don't care if they don't got no paper towel.
It be workers
Even
too.
if they ain't got soap.
That'd be the worst.
Even if they don't have soap, I'm still gonna run some type of water on my hand.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they don't have soap, that's not my fault, whatever. But I'm still gonna wash my hands. It may take 15 more seconds.
Literally, that's
It's
it.
not life or death though for me just to wash my hands. Well, it could be life or death because you don't know what you touch. You know?
Right.
You don't know what you touch. So it's like dudes come in there and that's just I don't know. I don't know where that not washing your hands comes from. Like
Just lazy.
Just
yeah, I don't know where that. Y'all need fellas. Y'all need to do a better job with that. If you go in the bathroom, wash your hands, man. Like
Hey, fun fact though.
then
I
they
used to-
leave and shake your hand.
Right.
Oh man, how you doing, man?
I used to have like bad skin because I would always touch stuff and touch my face because my hands was
Yeah.
dirty. And like when you wash your hands and then like you touch your face and stuff, then it's like, oh, my hands are clean.
Yeah.
Like I ain't breaking out as much and stuff like that.
so solve your acne, clean yourself.
Yeah, facts.
Soap and water, simple enough. Like you ain't gotta do all the extra stuff. Soap, water, simple. Wash your face, clean your face. You'll be a better person at the end of the day. Honestly speaking.
But yeah, back to the sassy thing though. Like I feel like when we reciprocate something that they do to like what men do to women, it's like we sassy now. It's like so I'm sassy because I proved you right, or I'm sassy because the same quote unquote attitude you give me, I gave you. So now it's a problem.
Or it could just be a lot of like the sayings and stuff while you're doing it, because you could say that you doing like you being like me and you got that energy, but then men turn around and be like, oh, I'm him. Like the girls be like, I'm her,
Girls don't
I'm
say
this.
I'm her. They be
Yes,
like-
you
they be
girls
like,
do
that-
say I'm
no,
her.
They be like, I'm that.
And you be, I'm that
She
nigga.
is me.
I mean,
That part.
I mean, I say I'm him, but I don't be walking around saying it all day. I show it. Like I ain't gotta say it. Like you can look.
When you're really him, you're just really him, guys.
You don't have to
Yeah,
say
I
it.
am. I'm really him. I ain't gotta say it though.
But also, Charles, I don't think that a man should be trying to reciprocate anything a woman, right?
Reciprocate. Add that to the dictionary.
I don't
people.
think a man should try to be reciprocating
not-
like what women do in the first place.
But it's not that I'm doing
And
what they
vice
do.
versa.
I'm just saying like what they do to me. If it happens, all of a sudden I'm sassy. But it's like, but when you do it to me, it's a problem.
Well, I'm a girl. I am sassy.
Some stuff you gotta do this stuff back to girls.
Bruh,
that
so
know
they
how
can
to feel.
understand.
Like
Like sometimes
I think that's childish. I think that's something to just talk about.
You heard
I
that?
ain't gonna lie,
Huh?
sometimes
That is childish because that's
sometimes
what
I do
Ben's
say
thing.
some of
That
this
is
stuff
like
that
a.
fans
me,
make
I'm
fun
not
of
gonna
them.
be
I ain't gonna lie, like
doing the same thing back to him, and be like, "Nice, yeah, I feel." Like, I mean,
I
unless
do
it's like
that.
a joke or something. Like, that's childish. That's just something to talk about.
Like some women be dramatic, and I be dramatic with them. They be like, "You're so dramatic." It's like, "Hey, thank you. Now you know how I feel." And they be like, "Oh." Then they laugh, and it's like,
You're
"Damn,
acting like a girl, and that's giving sassy.
Oh, well, grow up. Stop being a child.
Yeah,
Thank
grow
you.
up, stop being a child.
No,
Stop
that's-
being these childish
See, it's giving, but it's giving. It's like really giving, like second grade type of stuff. Like, oh, well, she took my pencil. Let me take
So let me
hers.
take
No,
right.
like-
It's giving.
like
You're just
that.
doing what.
It's given. That's
It's
what
not
she said.
stuff
It's
like
given.
that.
That's a girly
That's what she
thing.
said.
It's like you give me an attitude about something, and then like you ask me a dumb question, I give you attitude back.
The
And you
girl
like,
say,
and
"It's
you
given."
like, why you giving me an attitude?
It's giving
Because
attitude.
you do it to me.
Like, come on, man.
I ain't gonna
So
lie.
you're just doing it simply because you can. You have no actual reason. You don't know what
I'm
she
doing
got
it because
going
you
on.
did it to me.
Yeah.
But she could have actually been mad.
Me too.
Well, too bad. I'm mad too.
Me too. I'm mad too now.
Okay, so if y'all doing that just to play, I get it. But like, if it's for something serious,
Oh no, I don't do it when I'm
Not for
serious.
serious. It's just
okay.
for
So
play.
like, just for
But like,
playing,
Yeah.
a girl might do it to us when she's serious. We
Right.
do it back to play to them, and it's like end of the world.
Right. They like,
Why you gotta
why you
act
playing
like
like that? It's
Why
like,
you
bro,
playing like
just-
that?
I'm just
You
joking.
making fun of me? Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
It's like sometimes like girls will make a joke, but if you make that joke to them, they'll get upset. And
Yeah.
every time it happens, I'd be like, okay, that's funny. But if I did it, you'd be upset.
See, like
She'd
you
be
could, a
"You
girl
ruined it."
could make fun of a dude and his partner doing something stupid, but let a dude try to make fun of a girl and her partner.
Oh yeah, I understand that. Cause
Everything.
but that's
whole house
just
going down.
Right.
Whole house going down. It's such a problem then.
It's like, what you worry about us for? What?
that part. You in our business, my
I ain't worried
ears.
about my friend. Well, your friend is an idiot, and I saw her in the
Right.
store.
She a bad
looking at the
influence on
toilet.
you.
So I'm talking about your friend, not what. So you
That
and
was
you,
just her. Nobody's gonna see me close.
right,
Don't do her.
Just a girl, huh?
She's just a girl.
See, that's the
Right.
problem.
Right. And
See,
let me say I'm just a boy.
You
What?
can't
What
say
does
that. You're
mean?
just a
What does
guy.
that mean?
Look, my
You're
point
just a
is-
guy.
My point exactly.
what does that mean?
You
I'm
can get away
you're
with
just
so
a
many
boy.
things in life, y'all. Just hit it. I'm just a guy.
What will we get away with?
Hit
though?
it. Just hit it.
Nothing. It's like, oh, you just a guy? Cool.
Cool.
Pay up or you going to jail?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, officer, I'm so
Well,
sorry.
we still,
Y'all
we
act
still in them
like
same
women-
situations.
Time out.
We in them same situations.
Y'all be acting like women be
Look,
going
for
and
example,
tell
look,
police
this is it right
officers
here,
something
right?
like that, they
Right,
get off.
like just because
that's
we're a
not
girl,
true.
we just get anything.
Y'all-
Dude, look,
that
look,
does
girl.
work sometimes,
For
though.
example, right? Girl be like, dude, you driving, press they brake, no brake lights come on, right? Okay, and if like, and the officer pull them over, ma'am, did you know your brake light was out? Oh my God, I have brake lights. If a guy was to say
playing
that,
stupid.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is serious, though. If a guy was to say that, sir, you're under arrest.
That would make you
No,
under
but
arrest.
Like, but like real talk though, like girls, like pretty privilege and stuff, like y'all can get away with more
That's
stuff.
because
Okay,
y'all are
so that's
stupid and y'all just
different.
go
Pretty
for
privilege
it.
is something totally different
From
from
being
oh
a
my
girl.
God, I'm
That's
just a
for
girl.
another episode. My name is Lance Jones.
I'm Keedy, y'all.
To me,
It's Charleston.
Hey man,
Miss Keegan.
episode 27 of Modern Lover. See y'all in the next one. We out.
I will love it anyway. Let's go. Even if you cannot stay.